Hey everyone, in this video we'll be learning about .NET Maui many-to-many relationship. So before that, we just got some very good question regarding one-to-many relationship in our .NET Maui project. So he's telling me regarding what will happen if we don't use ORM extension, that is object relational mapping extensions, rather than just a list in that classroom table model. So if you are not doing that, just given as a reply that the classroom and the student are two different tables, and if we are not adding that, then our classroom does not know what students are associated with that specific classroom. So that is what the problem is, and that's why we need a mapping. So I have just replied him like this. So regarding the one-to-many relationship. So in this video, let's go again to the many-to-many relationship, and you can just ask me more regarding many-to-many relationship in the comments below. So I'll just try to give answers appropriate, giving some examples too if needed. So here many-to-many relationship, what will happen is here we'll be implementing the approach of join operations. So at first there would be a class table and a student table. So classroom does not know about the student and student does not know about the classroom. So what will happen is, like in a real life scenario, multiple classrooms might have multiple students. That means student A can be associated with multiple classroom, that is math, history and science, and but my math class can have multiple students. So that is many-to-many relationship. So now here the approach comes for join operation, where now we'll just take the reference of math and the student with, and then we'll just like say set it inside this table, so that the ORM will take the advantage by telling that the classroom and the student are related with the help of this table. And whenever we want to extract the data from the classroom table, then what we can do is, like we can just set the list of item in the classroom table, and then telling that take the advantage of this table and get me the list of students which are associated with math 101. So that is what is this written over here. So a classroom table, let's go to the .NET Maui site. I'll just show it to you what I really mean to tell. So classroom table, this is just a table. So now classroom table will have ID, title, and is completed. That is just a normal. If the class is there or not, just you can just ignore it. And as of now, so in this example, we'll just tell that classroom to be associated with student table. So it will take all the list of the student associated with the class. But here you can see many-to-many relationship with the classroom student. This is a join table. Okay, so classroom student is a join table, and the object relational mapping is going to tell that if we want a classroom with a specific ID, then we can get all the students, but having a relations take the relationship from the classroom student and get all the list of the student. Okay, so that is how everything works. The same thing goes for our student table also. If you want to get specific student information like zone though, then we can get a list of a class associated for that student, but take the advantage of ORM, object relational mapping, and then map it to classroom student. So what does classroom student, it is a joint table, that is a mixture of classroom plus student equals to classroom student. Okay, and so here just it will take a foreign key relationship with the classroom and the foreign key relationship with the student. So it has incremental operation over here, and that is it. So that is what how it really works, and this is how many relationship works. So it's just a junction table manages the many relationship by linking classroom item and the student together. So that is how many relationship works. Now let's go to example implementation. So here in the application side, add classroom, here we'll just add the classroom name as maths. Let us write maths. Okay, so another classroom as physics. Now we'll just add two student, that is John. Here John is associated with maths, and John can be also associated with physics. So here John is associated with both of them, and that is how the relationship occurs. And if you John like Alex is associated with this class, then Alex might not be on this physics class. So that is how it really works. So in the implementation side, how I have done is like this is basic UI. You can grab it from here. That is a very basic UI where adding a student, adding a class is going to be from here, and then all the things and inside the collection view is going to be in this area, that is inside this data template, where adding all the students and showing it inside the list is done from here. Then let's go to the view model side, that is the CRUD operation, that is from here, classroom view model. Here classroom view model, here I'll just slide it over here so that everything is seen. I have added all the comments over there so that it will be easy for you to understand where and how. So here getting the add student, update and delete item, all the command operation, that is button command operation, is done from here. And then what happens whenever the student is added? So this is the main area where main logic works. So whenever adding a student, at first what we'll check is we'll just get the classroom information from here. That is whenever this list is selected, then we'll just get all the information from that list selection, that which specific classroom was selected. Then what happens is we'll just we are just adding a student, that's why we are just displaying a prompt alert. So you can just do it as you like, anything like any prompt you can just add it. And then if there is a student existing or not, so in the database, if student is there or not. So what I've told is like if we get the student and then get student by name, then here you can see it will go to the students table and get the name of the student, if it is available or not. If it is not available, then what happens? So we'll just save student to the student table at first. Okay, so student table is first of all adding the student, and it will just generate us the ID of the student. Okay, so if already that is already a student, okay, that is already there on the student table, then student information will be reverted back. Okay, then what happens? So now if existing classroom student, that means if the classroom contains the student or not. Okay, so at first what we'll do is we actually know the classroom in which classroom the student student ID. So the student will get all its ID from here. Okay, so it will return back all the student. So I'll just go deep inside it, and then it will return back the student. It will either if it is like saved to the database or not, and it will just return back the ID. Okay, so here you will get the student ID, and the classroom ID will be got from here. Okay, so now classroom student is at a master table class, that is a joint table that I have already told you about, right? So this table, it will go inside, and then it will save it inside that table. Okay, so get student table, if the data is not there. Okay, so if there is no data, then it will go inside it, and then here you can see it will just search for the classroom ID and the student, if there is a relationship or not. Okay, then what happens here, like if it is if the student is not linked, create a new relationship in the classroom student table. So as soon as the relationship is maintained, then it will directly go and save it to the classroom student. That means Now we're like this is how it inserted the classroom student table with the data. That means this table is inserted with the data that okay, so this classroom student is associated with this classroom. Now what happens is whenever we call the student table with this id, then we'll just get all the student associated for that specific all the classrooms. Okay, so that is how our application works. So let me go to the application. I just minimized it. So let's I'll just show it to you the full implementation of this classroom database class. So here is the class implementation, and then similarly goes for the main page. That is the binding context I have already shown to you, and then I have already explained about this one, that's the classroom table, and then student table and student classroom table, and then the student table. So this is how all the many to many relationship works. And if you haven't understood, please let me know, and I'll just explain in my next video. So till then, thank you for watching. Keep in touch for our next tutorials.